Hello there, creative souls. It's Granny here. Have you ever sat down at your computer, typed pretty flower into your AI generator, and gotten back something that looked more like a neon nightmare than a delicate vintage rose? We've all been there. It feels like the machine just isn't listening. Well, today, I'm going to share my secret sauce. I've developed a simple 4-step formula that takes the guesswork out of prompting so you can spend less time frustrated and more time creating beautiful things to sell or gift.
So here is my prompt formula. I call this the prompt architect formula. So for your AI art generator, you need to give it 4 specific things. Firstly, number 1, you need to give it the subject. So the subject is the who or what that you want to create. For instance, is it a cat, a dog, a teacup, a flower? But you can be a little bit more descriptive than that, and we'll get into that when I do an example. Number 2, you need to give it the style that you want or how it looks. So for example, do you want it to be in a soft watercolor illustration? Do you want it to be more like a grunge style? Do you want it to be in a oil painting style? So basically it's the style of what you want to create. Number 3, you need to give it the details or the fine print. So this is all about adding finer details, and also if you're creating a piece of clip art, you want to tell the GPT that you want it isolated on a white background. That's so that you can remove it later. So any other details that are relevant that the AI needs to know. And number 4, you need to give it the mood and the lighting, so the feeling of the whole thing, of the whole scene. So do you want light, airy, sunny lighting? Do you want it to be dark and moody? And that type of thing. So we're going to go into Artistly and I'll give you an example. Okay, so I'm in the Artistly dashboard now and I'm going to click on Create Design. For those of you who are new here, Artistly is an AI art generator. It also does many other things like create children's storybooks and other things as well. And it is a one-time payment, so you do not have any subscription for this software. I use it a lot, and some people actually lately have been giving it a bit of a bad rap, certain people on YouTube. But honestly, they actually aren't using it properly. I've seen the ones that have demonstrated it are not actually using the right art generators in the first place. So I'm going to actually make another video about that and show you that you can do pretty much anything here in Artistly. But anyway, my affiliate link is in the description below if you're interested in that. So I'm going to come into the AI image designer up here on the left, and for this one I think I'll just come into the artistic designer, not version 2, just the version 1. So the subject, so for this one I'm just going to be really simple and I'm going to say cup or a cup. Okay, so this is the wrong way to prompt, all right? A cup. And the style, you would add something like a soft vintage watercolor illustration, because that's what we're going for. So I'm going to completely leave that out. So I want a cup, and I'm just going to put isolated on a white background. And really, actually, you don't even have to type this into Artistly if you use the Clipart generator, but I'm just doing this to just show you. And I'm putting that one in, which is some detail, And then the mood. So the mood, you know, you might put a soft morning light or a dark moody light setting, or, you know, a morning misty setting. It just depends what you're creating. But I'm just going to put a simple prompt like a cup isolated on a white background. And when we're doing clip art, we just leave it on 1 to 1. I'm going to maybe just do 2 of them and generate the image. And we'll just see what we get with just a simple prompt like that. And then we'll compare it to if we actually prompt it properly. Because that's taking a little while, I'm going to go in and... oh, here we go. So this is our first... this is what we get. Just if we just put a cup isolated on a white background. So that's all we've got. We just got a really, really simple cup isolated on a white background. Or this one here. So the prompt generator will just choose, you know, or just think of any random cup and put it on a white background for you like that. So let's try again. I should be using a Clipart Creator, but we'll try it in the Artistic Designer first. So first of all, let's put the subject, but let's make it a little bit more detailed. So instead of just a cup, I'm going to put a delicate porcelain Victorian teacup. Teacup. Didn't spell delicate right either. A delicate porcelain Victorian teacup with gold rim. So that is our subject. So we've described our subject. So the style is, how do we want it painted? What art style do we want? So I'm going to add soft vintage watercolor illustration. You can add a full stop or a comma, just a space if you want to. And then the details. So the details of this one is that we want it to be isolated on a flat white background. And I'll see if it's going to do it on a flat white background for easy removal. And then the mood, let's say soft morning light and muted pastel tones. Okay, so let's do 2 of those. Generate image. Taking a little while. Here we go. So this is more of what we wanted, okay, because we've given it the 4 things that you need to give it, which I've put in the prompt architect. So we've given it the subject, but we've described our subject, like what era, what colour, etc. What is it? And then we've put in a soft vintage watercolour illustration. So that is the style, the art style, basically. And then more details. I want to isolate it on a flat background. And then the mood, soft morning light and muted pastel tones. And that's exactly what we've got now, because that's what we told it we wanted. So this one here, also beautiful. Now, if you didn't like the pink flowers, I mean, you could add in more in your subject or your details section. You can add in more colours. You could say, are you with yellow roses? Or with purple roses or something like that. So it's going to give you exactly what you want. Now the artistic designer really mostly creates artworks, so it's not always going to give you a white background. But we have got the Clipart, the actual Clipart generator in here. You go into AI Design Agents right here, and after you click on that, you'll come to Clipart, and use that one, and it's always going to give you the white background anyway. Okay, so if we compare these two, this one is what we want. This one is definitely not what we want, because we've given it such a short prompt with not enough information. Okay, so now if you want, and a quick reminder, when you are creating clip art, once you can do it in Artistly by going up to bulk actions, and you can build an action to actually remove the background and upscale it to 300 dpi. Or you can do it in Canva. So just to remind you that you'd want it 300 dpi, and you'd want to upscale it at least 2 times in Canva before you could actually sell it. So that's for your clip art, okay? Now if you want to try this yourself, I've actually got a free prompt architect PDF, and I've put in 10 prompts with examples for you, and you can grab it in the link in the description below. So that's completely free to download your PDF, and you can try out those prompts, and perhaps you could put in your own subject and your own descriptions, etc., or your own subject, style, details and mood. You can swap them out, or you can use the ones that I've got. So they're all examples. And if you are a member of the Digital Design Club, which is also linked in the description box, I've got even more goodies in there, including daily prompts, daily AI art prompts. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if it helped you today, because that helps my little channel grow and keeps the lights on here at the craft table. Until next time, happy creating. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.